statement will be given by Joelle and Kerfoot.
Hello and thank you for coming. My name is Joelle Kerfoot and I'm running for Oldham County Coroner. I was raised in central Indiana in a small town called Arcadia by my parents and Daniel and Joy Kerfoot. I graduated from Hamilton Heights High School with an academic honors diploma, went on to nursing school at Indiana State University, took an EMT class at Ivy Tech Community College, before realizing my true potential and going to Mid-America College of Funeral Services for funeral directing, where I graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Funeral Services. I've known I wanted to be a coroner since the age of 17, and now that I've established my career as a funeral director at Hetty Ratcliffe Funeral Home, I want to engage the community that I love as your next Oldham County Coroner. I feel that my education in nursing school, EMT class, and funeral services, as well as my professional experience as a funeral director, make me a great candidate to be your next coroner. I would appreciate your vote come November 6th. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you for being an informed voter. I'm David Pendleton. I currently live in Westport. I've been in Oldham County for 18 years now. I've been on emergency services with the fire department. I'm assistant chief there in Westport. I've also been, I'm a retired corrections officer for 22 years. Before my career ended there, I was the instructor for crime scene investigations. I was the instructor for the report writing, and there were several other instances where I was had a lot of experience with this position. I'd currently like to thank everyone for coming out. The idea of this position doesn't really have anything as far as party lines. It's just basically what experience you bring. I've been in public service for over 30 years, and I'd like to have your vote on November 6th. Thank you.
What does a voter need to know to elect a coroner, and what qualifies you for this position?
What I encourage everyone to do is look at Chapter 72 under the Kentucky Revised Statute. That basically gives the job description of what a coroner does. So compared to my experience, what I've been through, and currently appointed the coroner, I feel like I've got the better experience for the position. When I was in the right position at the right time, the magistrates asked me if I wanted to be a coroner to fill a position that became vacant mid-term. And of course I jumped all over that. Be able to try it out before you actually try to run for it. So that's the benefit that I like, and Judge Vogel had the knowledge of me and my experience of what the position needed and what I've basically been doing all my life.
Ms. Kerfoot, same question.
As far as qualification for coroner, I think my education kind of speaks for itself. In nursing school, I had anatomy, physiology, microbiology, chemistry, psychology, many lab hours, including cadaver hours. I did take an EMT class, so that does give you some emergency situations as well. With funeral services, I've taken those same classes that I took in nursing school, so it gave me a full knowledge of the human body, ante-mortem and post-mortem. So I do think that my educational background kind of speaks for itself and does qualify me for this position.
Okay, the next question goes to you first. What is your first priority when you show up at a scene?
My first priority is definitely for all the agencies and individuals involved, as well as the decedent. Second to that, it would be for the family of the individual. We're serving the community, so obviously when your job is coroner, your first priority is to that deceased individual, but at the same time you want to make sure that the safety of the police, fire, EMS, and yourself is being watched after as well.
My first priority when I arrive on scene is basically get the information about the decedent and what happened from EMS. There's a chain of custody that needs to be there for that decedent, and I want to make sure that they can get back out on the streets quicker. Also with the police officers. In Oldham County, the police get dispatched on every death just to start the investigation, and along with the 19 circumstances that it takes to determine if a person needs a autopsy or not, we collaborate that together, and then I move into talking to the family and try to figure out what happened, start an investigation there. Because the coroner on the scene is the eyes and the ears of the medical examiner's office. So I've been working closely with them to know what they're expecting out of me and what notes they would like to see to give them a head start in a serious situation. Also with the law enforcement side of it, talking with the detectives, knowing what they're looking for. In my experience in the crime scene investigations, that have been able to help me out quite a bit with that. We've got a great rapport with the medical examiner's office. My history with being an emergency medical technician for 14 years now, kind of gives me an idea, and I apologize for anyone who's lost a loved one or a friend recently, but it gives us an idea of how the person died or what causes death. That's what the coroner needs to know. It's what caused this situation, what clues are there, and if I have any questions, the coroner, either one of us would be able to call the pathologist's office and ask them, get an on-duty doctor to call us, and we'll discuss the case then. Again, in KRS, there's 19 circumstances that determine if it's a coroner's case or not in Kentucky. So if you do your homework, you're a better informed voter if you're able to look at the KRS Chapter 72.
Thank you. Our next race is the prospect mayor.